Hey everyone, it's Melissa from the M Word. I'm a secular homeschooling mom of 3 kiddos. I have a 7-year-old, a 3-year-old, and a 1-year-old, and we are in our 4th year of homeschooling. And today's a collaboration with Jessica from the Waldock Way and Abby from Rooted in Rest. They are doing a monthly collaboration, and this month is our morning time in our homeschool. So how we handle the morning in our homeschool, basically. So I don't have a good schedule, like this is what we do in the morning type of schedule. I have a, let's see if I can show you. I have our planner that since I broke my arm has not been updated or nor have we done anything with. I plan on starting school this next week, and then it doesn't happen. I'm really hoping that this next week we will get this done because I am no longer in a ton of pain with my arm, and the cast they put me in is a newer type of cast where it can be removed for showering and stuff. And since I'm not nearly in as much pain, I have been given the go ahead to remove it like when I'm just sitting and watching TV and stuff. So it's nice to get it out of here occasionally. But I do have to be really careful because I have little kids, and just sitting around can be dangerous. So I tend to wear it more than I don't, even if I'm just sitting around. But my point is the morning time, and this I will link to, it's just my Dropbox. It's where I save all the documents that I go ahead and share with you guys. And those documents will have my weekly calendar on it, and it's editable with, all I ask is that you don't recreate or sell my documents, but free for you to use personally in your homeschool. This one has what our read alouds are and what we do. So every morning I tend to start with the same things. If we have this binder here, and then we have a folder for each day of the week. And inside my folders are what we do each week, each day. I don't tend to do our read alouds first. I tend to start with math or all about reading. So we will do all about reading first, then we will do all about spelling, and then we will typically do math. I do it that way because all about reading needs my full attention to help her, and so does all about spelling. The rest of the things, I can usually just set her up and she can just finish it. So if we start right away in the morning with all about reading and all about spelling, the 2 younger ones are usually still really happy. They're really entertained with whatever they're doing for the morning, and they tend to be a little bit less of a distraction than they do later in the day. And then towards the end of the day, if there are other kids here every other week on a Friday, I have 2 other kids here whose daycare is closed on that day, and I used to have a daycare and they used to come to my daycare, so they are here every other Friday. And on those days we do our read alouds during nap time, and everybody just falls asleep listening to me talk which I don't know if that's a good thing or a bad thing. The rest of the time, we tend to do our read alouds once our youngest one is asleep. So once Emma's asleep in her room or my room or wherever she falls asleep, I come back out and I will read aloud to my other 2, my 7-year-old and my 3-year-old. If my 3-year-old falls asleep, which he usually does not, and my 7-year-old almost never falls asleep, and it's just a really good time for everybody to be really quiet while Emma is getting her nap in. Our mornings basically go as we get up. I try to get up before my kids do because it gives me that little bit of time to do anything that I want to get done. I do the dishes or the laundry, I get myself ready, and then as the kids start waking up, I give them breakfast, and then we just kind of jump right into school. I have found that if I start working or start doing a bunch of cleaning, we don't go back to school. So I tend to not try to turn on the TV. We try to keep the TV off. I try to make sure they just eat breakfast, and then we start school. And when we're done with school, then I start getting up and cleaning. So my house usually looks like a giant wrecking ball between 8 and 1 or 2, but I can usually pull it together after that. We're just kind of flowing with what works for us right now. It's not always pretty. It doesn't always go the way it's supposed to, but that's just kind of how our homeschool is flowing right now. If you have any suggestions for me, please leave them in the comments below, or if anything else helpful to you, please let me know. If you haven't checked out Abby's channel or Jessica's yet, I will leave them linked both below, as well as the playlist for this collaboration, and I will talk to you guys next time. Thanks.